Welcome back to Better English Step by Step, where we slow the world down so you can catch up. For many of you, the sound of a phone ringing is the scariest part of learning English. It is 9 a.m. You need to change your dentist appointment. You are holding your mobile phone, staring at the screen, praying that nobody answers. You are terrified because on the phone, you are blind. You cannot see their lips moving. You cannot see their facial expressions, and you cannot use your hands to explain what you mean.
I remember when I lived abroad, I would rehearse a 30-second phone call for 20 minutes, sweating and pacing around my room before I even dialed the number. I felt like if I made one mistake, the whole conversation would collapse.
In this hour, we are going to remove that blindness and build a script that handles dates, times, and spelling, so you never have to guess again.
That feeling of blindness is exactly why the telephone is the final boss of language learning. When you are speaking face-to-face, you have so much context. If you do not understand a word, you can look at the other person's face. If they are smiling, it is probably good news. If they are pointing at something, you know what they are talking about. But on the phone, all of that disappears. You are left with just the audio, and the audio is often not very good.
Exactly. And because the signal can be fuzzy or cut out, your brain has to work double time to fill in the gaps. It is exhausting. But the good news is that most professional phone calls, like booking appointments or calling a bank, follow a very predictable script. They're like a dance. If you know the steps, you don't have to worry about stepping on anyone's toes.
That is right. The person on the other end of the line, the receptionist or the support agent, they are reading from a script too. They expect you to say certain things at certain times. If you can match their script with your own script, the anxiety drops significantly. You stop worrying about understanding every single word and start listening for the specific information you need.
So today, we are going to break down this dance into 4 main movements. We are going to look at how to start the call with control, how to handle the tricky details of dates and times, how to spell your name without panic, and finally, how to confirm everything so you can hang up knowing you made no mistakes.
Let's start with the first movement, taking control. The biggest mistake I see learners make is waiting for the other person to lead the conversation. You call, they answer, and then you freeze.
Or you start with something too vague. You might say, "Hello, I want to talk to someone." That puts all the pressure on the receptionist to figure out what you need. They have to ask you a dozen questions just to find out why you're calling.
And every question they ask is another chance for you to misunderstand and panic. The goal here is to state your purpose immediately in the very first sentence. This gives you control. You are telling them exactly which mental folder to open.
We call this the reason template. It's a simple structure you can use for almost any service call. It goes like this. "Hello, I'm calling to verb, noun."
It sounds simple, but let's look at the grammar for a second. We use the present continuous tense, I am calling, because it's happening right now. It's active and immediate.
Let's practice this with a few common scenarios. Imagine you need to book a table at a restaurant. You wouldn't just say, "Hello, table please." You would say, "Hello, I'm calling to make a reservation."
Listen to that rhythm. I am calling to make a reservation. The stress is on calling and reservation. Let's try another one. What if you need to change your dentist appointment, like in our opening example? You would say, "Hello, I'm calling to reschedule my appointment."
Reschedule. That's a great word. It sounds professional and precise. I am calling to reschedule my appointment. Daniel, try saying that slowly for everyone to shadow.
I am calling to reschedule my appointment.
And one more time, a little faster, just like you would on the phone.
I am calling to reschedule my appointment.
Perfect. Now, what if you are not sure if they are open? You're calling a shop and it's a holiday. You would say, "Hello, I'm calling to ask about your opening hours."
I am calling to ask about your opening hours. Notice how this structure instantly tells the person on the other end exactly what to do. They don't have to guess. They don't have to ask, "How can I help you?" because you have already told them.
This also buys you time. While they are checking their computer or looking at their schedule, you can breathe. You have successfully passed the ball to them.
There is a variation of this that's slightly more formal, which is useful for business contexts. Instead of "I am calling to," you can say, "I would like to."
I would like to make an appointment. I would like to reschedule. Both work perfectly. The key is that you have this phrase ready before you dial. Do not wait until they say hello to think about your opening sentence.
I used to write it down on a sticky note. I am calling to cancel my subscription. I would just read it off the paper. There is no shame in reading your script. In fact, it's the smart thing to do.
Absolutely. Now, once you have stated your purpose, the dance continues. The receptionist will usually say something like, "Okay, let me check that for you." And then comes the part that causes the most anxiety, the calendar.
Dates and times. This is where the blindness of the phone is the most dangerous. If you mistake Tuesday for Thursday or 1:15 for 1:50, you might miss your appointment entirely.
This happens to native speakers too. But for learners, the sounds are so similar. Let's do some ear training specifically for the calendar. We need to focus on prepositions first.
Prepositions are the glue that holds the time together. We use on for days and dates. On Monday, on the 5th of May.
We use at for
Specific times. At 2 p.m., at 4:30.
And we use in for months or years or periods of time. In July, in the morning.
So a full sentence might sound like this. Can you come in on Tuesday at 3 p.m.?
Listen to how those prepositions slide into the words on Tuesday, at 3 p.m. They are very short, almost unstressed. The important information is the day and the time.
Let's tackle the Tuesday versus Thursday problem. This is a classic nightmare. Over the phone, Tuesday and Thursday can sound almost identical if the connection is bad.
The key is the first sound. Tuesday starts with a sharp T sound. 2. It feels like a little explosion behind your teeth. Tuesday.
Thursday starts with the TH sound. It is softer, more breathy. You have to put your tongue between your teeth. Thursday.
But here is a trick. If you are ever unsure, do not just guess. Ask for clarification using the or technique. You ask, is that Tuesday with a T or Thursday with a TH?
That is a lifesaver phrase. Is that Tuesday with a T? You can also use the position in the week. Is that the Tuesday the 3rd or Thursday the 5th? By asking for the date, you confirm the day.
Let's talk about another sound trap, the numbers 15 and 50, or 13 and 30.
Oh, this is the worst. The appointment is at 1:15. Did they say 1:15 or 1:50?
The difference is in the stress. For the teen numbers, 13, 14, 15, the stress is usually on the second syllable, the teen part, 15, 14.
And for the TY numbers, 30, 40, 50, the stress is on the first syllable, 50, 40.
However, when people speak quickly, this stress can disappear or shift, so relying on stress alone is risky.
Exactly, so we need a strategy to check. I always use the half-past or quarter-past logic to check. If someone says 1:15, I will ask quarter past 1.
And if they say 1:50, you can ask 10 to 2.
That changes the words completely. You are confirming the meaning, not the sound. If you ask, did you say 15, and they say yes, you might still mishear them, but quarter past 1 is unmistakable.
Let's try a little simulation. I am going to play the receptionist. I will offer you a time, and I want you, the listener, to think about how you would confirm it. Ready?
Okay, I am ready.
Okay, we have an opening on March 13th at 4:40.
Pause for a second. What did you hear? March 13th or March 30th? 4:14 or 4:40?
I said March 13th and 4:40.
To confirm that, I would say, so that is March the 1-3, the 13th, and 20 minutes to 5?
That is perfect. Saying 1-3 is a great way to clarify. Is that 1-3 or 3-0? It removes all doubt.
Let's try another one. This time, listen for the day of the week.
We can fit you in next Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Did you hear the sharp T? Tuesday. To be safe, I would reply, okay, Tuesday morning at 9.
By repeating Tuesday morning, you are adding extra context. If I had said Thursday, I might correct you. But actually, adding the morning part is just a good confirmation habit.
Now, sometimes you have to negotiate the time. The first option they give you might not work. You need a polite phrase to say no and ask for another option.
You don't want to just say no, that feels too blunt. A great phrase is, I am afraid.
I am afraid that doesn't work for me.
I am afraid I have a meeting then.
And then immediately ask for what you want. Do you have anything later, or do you have anything on the following day?
Do you have anything later is such a useful phrase. It is short, polite, and moves the conversation forward.
Let's put the reason template and the calendar together. I will call you Daniel. I want to book a haircut.
Ring ring. Hello, City Salon.
Hi, I'm calling to book a haircut.
Sure, when would you like to come in?
Do you have anything available on Friday morning?
Let me check. I have a slot at 10:15.
Is that 10:15?
Yes, 10:15.
That sounds perfect.
See how smooth that was? Sophie took control with her opening line. She asked for a general time, Friday morning, which made my job easier. And then she confirmed the specific time using the quarter past trick.
It felt very calm. I wasn't rushing, I wasn't guessing, I was just following the steps.
Before we move on to the next section, I want to remind you that if you are enjoying this calm approach to learning, if you like taking things slowly and really understanding the mechanics of English, please consider subscribing to the channel. We release these deep dive lessons every week to help you build your confidence step by step.
And hitting that bell icon ensures you never miss a lesson. It really helps us keep making these podcasts for you.
Now, we face the next great hurdle of the phone call. You have the time, you have the date, but now they ask you, "Can I take your name?"
And the panic returns, because your name is obvious to you, but to a stranger on the phone, it is just a string of random sounds, especially if your name is not common in English.
Even if your name is common in English, like Daniel, people still get it wrong. They might spell it with an E at the end, like Danielle, or just mishear it over the bad connection.
So we need a spelling shield. We need a system to defend your name against spelling errors.
The gold standard for this is the NATO phonetic alphabet. You know, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. Police and pilots use it.
But you do not need to memorize the military version. You do not need to say Whiskey, Tango, Foxtrot. That can actually be confusing if you don't use it perfectly.
Instead, we can use the common word system. This is much more natural for everyday situations. You simply choose a very common, unmistakable word for every letter of your name.
Usually, we use first names or major cities. For example, A for Apple, or A for America, B for Boston.
Let's build a spelling shield for a few letters that are notoriously difficult. Let's start with M and N.
M and N sound exactly the same on the phone. M and N.
So you must never just say the letter. If your name is Mike, don't say M-I-K-E. Say M for Mary or M for Mother.
And N for New York, or N for November.
What about B, V, and D?
Those are the explosive sounds. They all rhyme. B, V, D, P, T. It is a soup of confusing sounds.
So B is for boy or Boston.
V is for victory or Victoria.
D is for David or dog.
P is for Peter or Paris.
T is for Tom or Tommy.
Let's practice this. Everyone pause for a second and think about your own first name. I want you to choose a word for every single letter.
Keep the words simple. Don't say P for psychology or K for night where the letter is silent. That is a disaster.
Use clear, hard sounds. K for king, P for papa.
Let's spell my name Daniel using this system. D for David.
A for apple.
N for New York.
I for India.
E for Edward.
L for London.
D for David. A for apple. N for New York. I for India. E for Edward. L for London. When you say it like that, it is impossible to misunderstand.
And notice the rhythm. D for David. It is a little packet of information. You don't rush it. You deliver each packet and wait a tiny microsecond.
What about email addresses? This is another huge pain point. Receptionists always ask for an email for the confirmation.
There are 3 symbols you need to master here. The first is the @ symbol, that little A with a circle around it.
In some languages, it has funny names like monkey tail or snail. In English, it is just @ so sophie@gmail.
Then there is the .com, .net, not point, not spot, just dot.
And the tricky one, the underscore. That is the little line at the bottom of the text.
Underscore, not to be confused with the hyphen or dash, which is the line in the middle.
So if my email is dan-el_99@gmail.com, I would say dan-el_99@gmail.com.
Let's break that down. Dash for the middle line, underscore for the bottom line,
And for numbers like 99, it is usually safer to say 99, unless it is a clear year like 1999.
99 is safer. And again, use the spelling shield if the email contains weird letters. That is D for David -EL.
Sometimes after you spell everything perfectly, the receptionist will still say sorry because they weren't ready to type.
This brings us to a very important rule. Wait for the go signal. Before you start spelling, say, I can spell that for you, and wait for them to say, okay.
That gives them time to find their pen or click into the text box. If you start spelling while they are still looking for a pen, you will have to do it twice.
So the full routine for giving your name is 1. Say your name normally. My name is Daniel Smith. 2. Pause. 3. Say, I can spell that for you. 4. Wait for them to say ready. 5. Use the spelling shield. S for sugar, M for Mary.
It feels slow. I know many of you want to be fast because you think fluent English is fast, but on the phone, clarity is speed. If you go fast and have to repeat yourself 3 times, you are actually being slow. If you go slow and get it right the first time, you are efficient.
Efficient is the goal, not fast.
Let's practice a full email address scenario. I'll be the receptionist again. Okay, can I take your email address for the confirmation?
Sure, it is daniel@betterenglish.com.
Sorry, was that Daniel with an L?
Yes, let me spell it. It is D for David, A for Apple, N for New York, I for India, E for Edward, L for London, at betterenglish.com.
Got it. Thank you.
Notice I didn't spell Better English because it is a common phrase, but if it was a weird company name, I would spell that too.
And you kept your voice steady. You didn't speed up at the end. You maintained the rhythm.
We are coming to the final movement of our dance. You have stated your reason, you have booked the date, you have spelled your details. Now you need to hang up.
But you cannot just say bye. We need to close the confirmation loop.
The confirmation loop is your insurance policy. It guarantees that you and the receptionist agree on exactly what just happened.
Never hang up until you have heard the critical details one last time.
Usually, a good receptionist will do this for you. They will say, okay, we have you down for Tuesday the 5th at 2 p.m.
If they do that, you must actively listen and say, that is correct, or perfect.
But sometimes they are in a rush. They just say, okay, you are booked. See you then, and click. You are left holding the phone thinking, wait, did she say Tuesday or Thursday?
If they do not confirm, you must confirm. You take the lead. You say, just to double check, that is Tuesday the 5th at 2 p.m.?
Just to double check. I love that phrase. It is polite, it is professional, and it puts the responsibility on you so you don't sound demanding.
Just to confirm is another good one. Just to confirm, that is at your Main Street office?
This is also the moment to check for anything else you might have forgotten. Is there anything else I need to bring?
That is a great catch-all question. For a dentist, maybe you need your insurance card. For a job interview, maybe a CV. Is there anything I need to bring?
Once the details are confirmed, you need an exit phrase. You can't just stop talking.
A simple, thank you very much for your help is standard.
Or, thanks, I appreciate it.
And then, see you on Tuesday. Adding the see you on day is a nice final confirmation. It locks the day into both of your brains one last time.
See you on Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.
And that is it. The call is over. You survived.
Not just survived, you succeeded. You controlled the interaction from start to finish.
Let's put the whole script together now. We are going to do a full simulation. I want you to close your eyes and imagine you are making this call. I will play the receptionist. Sophie will play you, the caller. Listen to every step we discussed.
Ready.
Good morning, Downtown Dental. This is Mark speaking.
Hi, I am calling to reschedule my appointment for next week.
Okay, let me pull up your file. What is your name?
My name is Sophie Miller.
Could you spell the last name for me?
Sure. It is M for Mary, I for India, L for London, L for London, E for Edward, R for robot.
Got it. Sophie Miller. I see your appointment on Monday the 12th. When are you looking to move it to?
Do you have anything available on Wednesday the 14th?
Let me check. I have an opening at 10:30 in the morning.
Is that 10:30, 10:30?
Yes, 10:30.
That works perfectly for me.
Great. I have moved that for you. You are all set.
Just to confirm, that is Wednesday the 14th at 10:30 a.m.?
That is correct.
Thank you so much. See you on Wednesday.
See you then. Bye.
Bye.
And that is it. The call is over. You survived.
Not just survived, you succeeded. You controlled the interaction from start to finish.
Let's put the whole script together now. We are going to do a full simulation. I want you to close your eyes and imagine you are making this call. I will play the receptionist. Sophie will play you, the caller. Listen to every step we discussed.
Ready.
Good morning, Downtown Dental. This is Mark speaking.
Hi, I am calling to reschedule my appointment for next week.
Okay, let me pull up your file. What is your name?
My name is Sophie Miller.
Could you spell the last name for me?
Sure, it is M for Mary, I for India, L for London, L for London, E for Edward, R for robot.
Got it. Sophie Miller. I see your appointment on Monday the 12th. When are you looking to move it to?
Do you have anything available on Wednesday, the 14th?
Let me check. I have an opening at 10:30 in the morning.
Is that 10:30, 10:30?
Yes, 10:30.
That works perfectly for me.
Great. I have moved that for you. You are all set.
Just to confirm, that is Wednesday the 14th at 10:30 a.m.?
That is correct.
Thank you so much. See you on Wednesday.
See you then. Bye.
Bye.
And that is it. The call is over. You survived.
Not just survived, you succeeded. You controlled the interaction from start to finish.
Now, we have a challenge for you. We call it the safe call.
We want you to pick up your phone today. Not tomorrow, today. Find a local business that has a recorded message. It could be a cinema hotline, a museum with opening hours, or even a large department store.
Call the number. You know nobody is going to answer. It will just be a machine. But we want you to listen to the menu options. Press 1 for tickets, press 2 for hours.
Just listening to that voice on the phone without the pressure of having to speak back is the first step to curing your phone phobia. It gets your ears used to the telephone quality audio.
If you feel brave, try to write down the opening hours they read out. Treat it like a dictation test.
And if you feel even braver, call a real place, like a restaurant, just to ask one simple question. Hi, I am calling to ask what time you close today.
You don't have to book anything. You don't have to give your name. Just ask the question, listen to the answer, say thank you, and hang up.
That one small win will prove to your brain that you can do this.
You are not blind anymore. You have the tools. You just need to pick up the phone.
Thank you for letting us be part of your study routine today. Keep taking it slow, keep practicing your steps, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye for now.
Goodbye.